Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this service is therapy session for figuring out adulthood.
Loving each other.
I find her in Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 374, y'all.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What's some air horns at?
There you go.
Happy Friday, niggas.
Yeah. Dang, it's Black History Month.
Yeah, exactly.
Negroes. Black excellence, kings, queens. Come on, Nero, now. It's 1 month. Although we celebrated never mind. I'm gonna say we ain't necessarily the best at celebrating Black History Month. I feel like it's for white people. Y'all just do it. I celebrate Black History every day.
I'm black and I'm creating history. So I'm Black History, goddammit.
My check-in?
Yes, what's going on?
Oh, no. You got to do your whole thing. Where do we got to go? How they lead a 5-star review. It's Shout Out Friday, Nero's favorite day. Come on.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and sometimes Stitcher. And follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. Remember, that's Black with no K.
Also, I've been knowing folks have been following us on YouTube. Like, we don't really do like a lot of engagement.
We don't do shit on YouTube.
So, like, for all the people who's on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate you. But yes. I get it, especially for the Cubicle Warriors. Sometimes it's easier just to put like a YouTube in the background instead of like pulling up your podcast or connecting it to your phone. So I've just noticed, because, we look at the email, like we've just been getting, don't get me wrong, we don't got like a million subscribers, but just more. Like we just had it so we can have multiple platforms. So shout out to all the YouTube listeners. You know, I just want to give folks a shout out. We see y'all.
Yeah. So Shout Out Friday. So go ahead and open up your phone.
Which type of phone?
Your iPhone.
No Android. Do you not do it on Android yet?
Android don't leave reviews.
Ooh!
So go ahead and hit that search function and type in podcast. Yeah. Your Apple Podcast. Now, when that come open, you're going to see Black Love Matters if you've been listening to us lately.
Yeah.
But no, you just want to hit the search button. You want to hit the search.
Yeah.
And then type in Black Love Matters.
Oh, okay.
Type that in. I'm typing it in right now with y'all.
That's why it's pausing.
Yeah, because I'm typing it in. I want
That's
y'all to
what we're
hear.
doing.
I want y'all to hear the buttons
of
me typing in Black Love Matters. See, look. Y'all hear that?
Nero gaslighting niggas.
That's Black Love, right? So now it's going to come on up. And y'all going to see a bunch of stuff. Y'all probably going to see the Black Love Show podcast. Let's talk Black Love, the Black Love After Show, even though that's what's been us. But they ain't hit us up.
Oh,
and then you
where you see the Black Love After Show?
Right here. Look.
Oh, well, they've been there for a minute.
You
mean
Love.
Oprah. You mean Cody and them. You silly.
Yeah,
we do different stuff. It's enough room for more than one Black Love.
Only Black Love.
Nero gaslighty ass.
Only Black Love. And they only got 14-star. They only got 14 reviews. So, anyways, y'all gonna hit the infamous black heart that somebody stole from us and put on. Where they didn't put this at? They didn't put it somewhere. I think on somebody's Spotify. And, so then you're gonna go there and you're gonna see all the reviews. We got 419 reviews.
Ooh, that's really good.
It is. That's hot fire.
Thank y'all.
Because, all the work that Nero has been doing. So now you got to scroll on down. Right? You're going to see rating and reviews. You're going to see all. And you're going to see, there's some people that left like a punk-ass 1-star review, but we ain't going to worry about that.
Yeah, it's not a lot of those.
So
don't put
matter.
your energy into that.
So then, it's going to say tap the rate. So you're going to hit, boom, hit that 5-star, and then you hit, bam, write a review. Nero Nyambi, hilarious. Best podcast in the world. Hit send, submit. Bam, there you go. 5-star rating review.
Wow.
What's going on, Nyambi?
Where do we begin? Like,
I'm ashamed niggas until we get these 5 stars.
No, 5-star reviews do help y'all because it helps like with folks finding us and all that stuff. Niram still got his phone. Y'all hear that?
That was my mom.
We just telling people to leave us reviews. We trying to keep it professional. And what happened? You get Instagram notification. Hey, your Uber Eats is here.
I got to turn off the notifications.
Speaking of Uber Eats, I've been very hungry. Y'all know we on a little journey, and both Niram and I have lost a couple poundages. I don't know if I've shared an update lately, but I'm about 30 pounds down. I know.
Oh, you want hand claps or something?
No hand claps. I can't tell if y'all can tell by my voice that I've lost some weight. Just like
the time.
What the hell you mean? I don't know if you can tell from my voice. I don't know if you can tell from her breathing pattern, if she's breathing heavier.
Lighter.
We got to go back to the old episodes and see if Nyambi was breathing heavier on the previous shows.
No, I'm cutting up. But not hungry because I'm not eating. I don't want y'all to think I'm going that route. Like, none of that fat shaming, toxic, like weight loss, diet culture, or anything. Like I literally lost the weight by moving my body more, getting 10,000 plus steps, eating 3 meals a day, and literally just keeping my calories under 1,500. Like that is the secret. It is not fun. It is not nothing fun or special or unique. And it took a while to lose it, honey. Okay. But what I've been noticing is like, I'm literally ravenous around the corner, where before, like I could eat my 3 meals, my 2 snacks, my piece of orange and make it. But just lately, it has not done it for me, to the point where I am literally having a fantasy about what I'm gonna eat after this podcast.
What?
So I don't know if it's like carb hunger, head hunger. It can't be bored because work is going 1,000 miles an hour. But I've just noticed, and it's just been this particular week, it's more than even just the craving. You know how you just be like, oh, I could just go for, I don't know, a cookie or something. Like I'll eat a cookie, but I also like, you can also put a salad in front of me and I'll be like, yeah, that sounds good too. Like you got some carrots, I'll take that. Celery, is any peanut butter? Like it's just, I'm hungry and I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know. Like I'm not on my period or anything. So it's not like hormones, right? Like that's different, right? It's not that. Like I am literally eat and be like, wow, that was a nice sampler. What's next? So y'all, I'm working through that because I'm also trying to, be cognizant of like, moving my body and, all that good stuff. So just send me any tips. Maybe I'm not drinking enough water. You think I'm dehydrated?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe I can go back to my gallons a day. I'm closer to about like 50, 60 ounces a day. I'm not at the gallon. So maybe I can just up my water intake.
Yeah,
but I don't, but not today though. Not today. We'll try again on Saturday. Today I'm going to eat my chicken.
Okay.
Also, what could maybe be going into it is like my early morning meetings.
Yeah.
I wonder, is it because I'm like getting up earlier that my body's like, hey girl, usually when we get up, we have a routine. And you like go into meetings and I don't eat for 2 hours later. Like, it's just like, I'm not satiated. And when I mean early morning meetings, with my team, I do some work with people who are like in Europe and stuff. So I'll get up California time, like at 6 a.m. or have like 5 a.m. meetings.
Yeah.
And so I'll start work about 5 a.m. and go. And normally I'm asleep. I'm more of like what would you say, like 7:30, 7:40? Yeah, naturally. If I could, I would wake up at 10 a.m. I would be golden. But work days, I'm usually like about a 7:30. I usually wake up about, my eyes are open about 7:15. I lay in the bed for like 15 to 30 minutes and I get up. And usually my first meetings are right around like anywhere between 8:45 and 9. So it's like a nice chunk of time for me to like wake myself up, clean my phone, drink some coffee, get an egg in, where I've been having these 5 a.m. meetings. I literally get up 7 minutes before I got to be at the meeting, throw water on my phone. Don't even wash it. Just throw water on phone, throw water on face and go. You know the difference, Nero. Y'all know what I mean when we say throw water. Oh, okay. Nero about to do this?
Oh.
What you trying to say?
I ain't trying to throw it. I'm just
It's
saying.
a difference between throwing water on your phone and your face compared to like the ritual of washing your ass and the ritual of like just moisturizing your face. Y'all, I literally go in there and hit my face with that cleanser. And then while then dry my face and I brush my teeth. By the time I'm done brushing my teeth, now my face dry. Then I just slather a bunch of oil. Like it's just out of order compared to in the mornings. Like I will wake up, stretch, brush my teeth, wash my face, put a little essence. Like it's a process. That's why it takes me all day in the morning.
The fuck is essence?
Like a serum, like a lighter serum. But listen, on 5 a.m. days, I'm getting that Bolden, BOLDEN face cream with the water and going and getting basically some room temperature water and sit down.
Oh, okay.
And my body's just like, sis, we're hungry. And then when I come off to the call, it's not only are we hungry, it's like no longer are the days of like a protein shake or some coffee and some toast and eggs. It's like, bitch, we want to go to Cracker Barrel. We want a pancake, some sausage, some hash brown casserole, a mimosa, all the above. On the flip side of early morning meetings, I've also been having some later night meetings too. Not on the same day. Not on the same day, really. And you know what? I really slipped up and I'm glad I was in a good headspace, or not headspace. I'm glad I was in a room with people I trust and really kiki with. I think that's the only reason I went to this meeting, because it was about 8 p.m. It was a meeting like in an Asian country, and my dumbass, we was brainstorming about something. I was like, dang, I can't just think about it. Y'all know I put a thick ass wine glass and paused it. I was speaking, I was leading the meeting, and in the middle I literally just took a gulp of wine. I was like this, oh, hold on. And if you see it on the net slide, I said, did I just drink some wine in the middle of a presentation? Did I tell you I did that?
No.
Oh my God, I was so outdone. Like, it was just so, I almost, because I needed a sip, and the only thing I had was my wine next to me. And usually when I'm presenting, I like have water. Y'all, I drunk that Chianti in the meeting. Everybody was like, all right now, y'all be. And this meat, it's just juice.
Oh, it's just a little
Juice and
grape
a
juice.
wine flute.
Right. It's a little grape juice.
Couldn't even make it dark. Couldn't even put it in a mug.
No.
I mean, it's not a big deal. My company's not a dry company, so like it's not a big deal. But as a black woman, I do try to show up in a certain way, right? Like I want to drink a Hennessy, y'all, like out the bottle. But you get comfortable and you get to talking real good. Then I was like, oh, hold on one second. Like I made them hold on for me to drink the sip of wine. Like I think that's what was amplified. And again, it wouldn't have been impactful if it was the water. But it's just like 1 second. Look, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, that's good. Then we're gonna.
Y'all see what I got to do with?
Daryl, has anyone did that in your meeting? Or is your company a dry company? Or
No,
can y'all
we're
have
not a dry
okay,
company.
yeah. My company's not a dry company. So it's not against the rules. Like you can't get wasted, but it's not against the rules.
Before COVID, we had refrigerators just full of bro beer.
Can we talk about that's the culture in tech? Like the culture in tech is like no one shamed me. Everybody else like, should we get something? Because it's morning for them. They was like, should we get a mimosa? So people were welcoming. But isn't that tech culture?
Yes, it is tech culture to go ahead and get lit. You close the account. Fuck yeah, bro.
All you hear is
we're gonna drink some Jaeger. You're gonna have a Jaeger bomb.
that's super bro culture. We more of the wine type company, but we'll do something, honey. We'll go through some bottles.
You're gonna do a keg stand.
But
I keg stands and shit.
Yeah, y'all do get a little lit. But I just had a moment where I had to catch myself. I'm a cubicle warrior. Even though it's okay for them, sometimes it ain't all right for us. So, I know the Fed's always watching. So I caught myself. I said, well, I got a little too comfortable up in here too. It was a good wine. No, I was a little embarrassed though. But I made through it.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'm obsessed with Bling Empire on Netflix.
Okay, tell us more.
Why didn't y'all tell me about these Asian folks on here just spending money? Like just spending money. Just
tell us more.
I just want to live vicariously through them. Like when I tell you the money is just so deep and it's just I don't even know if they're old money, new money, but I know what a thing it is. It's long money. Mm-hmm. That these are the type of people who are literally Gucci down to the socks.
Like I'm Big Poppy, baby.
But they be so fly with it. Right. And I think one thing we do not give enough props to is the rich ass Asian people, especially the women. When I tell you they be dressed down to the ground, when I tell you they be sharp, when I tell you dripped, laced, and drip, talking about couture, talking about bundles.
Bundles.
Yeah, they be having their hair bundled out with that perm. Straight perm, not curly.
Oh.
For thickness, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I am obsessed. And they messy, all the things, like first world problems, all of the things, like all of that. Like, don't go here for like substance or anything. But just to watch them perform brings me joy. It just lit up my life. You watched a little of it, Nira. What you thought?
Oh, yeah, they truly entertaining. These Asians are entertaining.
Like, I was like, look at these folk. These are my people. I am thee, we is we. Another thing I want to unpack with that I really can't connect the dots on is, I know it's Black History Month, and I've been seeing like a lot of different types of panels and stuff popping up, not for folks that we really kick it with, but maybe like not Black adjacent people, but you know how sometimes people be like, they Black, right? But usually their audience is more white. And so they kind of highlight, you know what I'm saying? We family. And not that that's fine. No matter about their audience, but usually they have a white audience. But because it's Black History Month, they're now like hosting like Black panels. Mm-hmm. And I've been seeing a lot of that lately. And I can't decide how I feel about it because they'll have conversations about like Blackness and wealth and what do we really want? Do we want fame? Do we want status, or do we like want things instead? And honestly, I'm just trying to process how I feel about it. I'm tying it back to Bling Empire. The thing that I got is, and it's multiple generations in the one I'm referring to. They were talking about how just Black people, we just want to be so flashy and just want symbols of liberation and do nothing else. And we worried about like buying a Gucci bag and like we should be worried about other things. Sometimes I just wonder, like, Do you hear, or why not? Do you hear like other cultures like scolding each other so bad for liking nice stuff? Like, and I'm thinking, don't get me wrong, Bling Empire, they got money.
They do. Like,
But-
long.
But still, right? I'm sure some Asians will be hood rich too. And you just don't hear about that, or this idea that like you can't have nice things. Like, I don't know. It's been rubbing me the wrong way. Honestly, I'll be transparent. I ain't really been feeling this Black History Month. Like, I feel like everything that comes up for Black history is like a critique. Like, there's no celebration. There's no joy. Even, I think I seen a meme on Instagram, or maybe it was on like Hulu or something, and it was just like, celebrate Black voices, and it was like 12 Years a Slave. And it's like, God damn. Right? It was like 12 Years a Slave. Roots was on, what was it? What channel was Roots was on for 24 hours? Like,
Because Roots is that jam.
but for Black history, like, wow. Like, it was just nothing that was like celebratory. Or,
Because we don't have many Black celebratory movies. They're either about the crack game or slavery. Name one Black celebratory movie.
What?
Name one.
That's a celebration.
Yes.
Jeez.
Beloved? No.
Ain't the Cookout? Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Is that a celebration or is that about critique?
Money Talks. Blue Street.
I'm just saying.
It's just, maybe,
There's not many celebratory Black movies.
maybe I'm just hypersensitive. And
Yeah.
I'm willing to receive that, because there's been a lot of articles saying that everyone has hit the second wave of the COVID wall, where everyone is just literally exhausted, and no amount of sleep can get you through it. No amount of anything can process you through it. And I think I might be hitting COVID wall too. Maybe this is my first COVID wall I hit, because I don't know if I necessarily hit, knock on wood, like a rock bottom during COVID. Thank you, Lord Jesus. But I hope this ain't the crash and burn.
Oh, you
What
know
you
what?
think?
I might try to take a week off work next week just because of that
Because of what?
COVID wall.
Nigga, that was an article. I don't know if that's, think Dr. Fauci came out.
No, I'm just saying.
Like, but there's been articles. Like, I'm not like talking out my ass, but it is been articles that say like this is the second wave of the COVID wall. Because also something that I don't even see a lot of folks acknowledging. In what, about 3-4 weeks, we're going to be at the first year of shelter in place. Because I know in California we were the first group of folks that started that first week in March.
March 3rd.
And we right there. And have we had time to truly process that?
No, we haven't. I'm sad.
We've been shelter in place for over a year and have had a government that has not done its job. So many things that have happened. Maybe it's just all like hitting the fan at once. I don't know. So maybe that's why I'm still hungry. Nero?
Okay, I don't know if that has anything to do with food,
I'm
baby,
reaching,
but
I'm reaching. I don't know.
I think that was a bit of a reach. I
I'm
think
just saying.
and there might be other factors on why you're hungry, but I understand. I feel you because I feel the same way. There has been points throughout this week. You know, I get my meal prep, and it's just been points throughout this week where I just been hungry as fuck, and it's like there's nothing that can like fill it. And I've tried to get some snacks, and I tried to get some healthy shit, and it's like this is not fulfilling like what I'm trying to feel. So, you know, it has been times where I had to just order some insomnia cookies or whatever, you know,
Any cookie. It don't
just
matter.
big ass baked cookie with all the goodness on it. Ooh, I'm thinking about it now, you know. So cookies so damn big that they only come in the 4-pack.
Well, it's literally 8 if you break them down. So.
So, you know, one cookie is about 4 serving sizes of a regular size cookie.
Basically.
So I get it, right? What else is going on in the world? They finally got Marjorie Taylor ass out. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm-hmm.
They done finally got her ass out. Hand claps with that.
Good job.
Get
And
her ass the fuck out.
That's unheard of in
Shit.
Congress for that to happen.
So if y'all know about Marjorie Taylor Greene, she done got tossed out out of 2 House committees after embracing all types of conspiracy theories. So she's like a QAnon supporter. She's She's a Trump supporter. She also has threatened to kill some people in the house and shit. Talking about or like some shit like, yeah, such and such deserves a bullet in her head or shit like that. Yeah. So the House voted her ass out from her community assignments.
How we get her out her job? Look, now I'm on.
Yeah, I don't know why she's still in what's the name?
Uncle Don. See what Uncle Don.
So she's no longer sitting on any committees. She was on the budget committee, education, and labor committee, but they didn't get her ass out. I'm so happy for that because she was crazy than motherfucker. And I don't know, she represented like Georgia's like 12, I think it was 12 congressional district.
Yeah.
But like some of the things that she was saying was just wild as fuck.
Oh, I know.
Like, oh, such and such needs a bullet in her head for supporting that. I was like, what?
Who says that about people?
And, you know, she a QAnon person. She a QAnon follower as well. So she always was talking about so and so Q. What is up with some of these conspiracy theorists? Y'all really think Democrats have hosting a pedophile ring
And drinking blood and
what the
everything
hell?
else? It don't make sense.
So, you know, you got that going on. So hand claps for her. Also another hand claps for Stacey Abrams. Got nominated for that Nobel Peace Prize.
Exactly.
Alongside with Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matters. Our Peace Prize coming soon.
And listen, there's a lot more people more deserve. It's a lot of awards I would think I should win. I don't know if the Nobel Peace Prize is one of them. Now I'm Obama. I thank you for this. I hope I can do things to actually earn it. No, there's a lot of other people who deserve that more than me.
Oh, well, I'm still waiting on mine.
Okay, thank you.
But you know, salute to her and salute to everybody else who's was nominated for a Peace Prize. And then other things is going on. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but Joe Budden out there making moves, right? He didn't got a new title at Patreon for head of equity at Patreon. Mm-hmm. Don't know necessarily what that means, but you know, I'm glad that man is out doing
creator
something.
equity.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like kind of a chief diversity officer role, but with more pull. But listen, even if it's a chief diversity officer role, how many of us would love for Joe Budden to be our chief diversity officer?
yeah.
My God,
I would love for that nigga to be the chief diversity
motherfucking
officer.
brilliant.
Yes,
Like I love that idea. Actually, y'all know I've been low key undercover kind of standing for Joe Budden. I think I just like his no nonsense. I think he's going to be really good. I don't think he's going to be one to sell out to the system as easily as some others may. But I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm excited for. I think it's going to be a good look. I think all I got to say is Patreon. I hope y'all ready. Like that's the only thing, because if Patreon slips up one little bit, he's literally going to come on his podcast and have 3 episodes dedicated to it.
Yeah. I
With
can
a
see
bunch
that
of
happen.
gunshots.
Yeah, I can see that happen. I think
And I
the cool
won't be
thing
mad at
is-
it either.
I think the cool thing, you know, because Patreon, you know, is something that we also been thinking about as well, like moving over there and doing something as well. But I think it's a smooth move, to like have creators like own the shit, right?
Yes.
So I think even on my side on the other side of Black Lives Matters, the shadow of the light of Black Lives Matter. So like things I do on my end, like it's just interesting to work with some of these brands, and I've worked with some very large brands, and like just the amount of bullshit they be on.
Yes.
You know, from paying you late to, you know, the
And we're not
deals
talking about a week late, y'all.
Yeah.
Late. Yeah. Even a week's too much. But
yeah.
Still.
Or like they'll put you on some fuck shit, or they'll put you on like a net 90. So you saying that I got to work for how many ever months to get this project done? The project go out and I still don't get paid until 90 days after this shit, and then y'all still be late.
That's crazy.
So it's shit like that, right? Or it's like
All the cubicle warriors have fainted.
Yes.
Cubicle warriors, could you imagine if your job didn't give you your check for 90 days? Every cubicle warrior fainted.
Exactly. So it'd be shit like that, and like, oh, it's coming, you know.
If
just
it ain't
takes
in the
90
check
days.
the Thursday before, if it ain't in my bank account the Thursday before, I'm mad.
I'd be like, a
cubicle
net
warriors.
90. The fuck?
want
So you
my
want me to wait a whole quarter to get
That's a
paid?
lot. That's a lot.
Shit.
Cubicle warriors, we don't play that. We like our money actually before we even finish working.
Or some of the other shit, right? Like even some of these things that they do put into the contracts of, like, you know, even order in perpetuity, right? Which means forever.
Yes.
Or like the shit they were like, you know, we own that shit throughout the universe. And it's like the universe.
Is Elon going to Mars?
So you saying that if
he
we
put
ever
Mars?
colonized in Mars,
When?
that y'all own it in Mars too?
Yeah, nigga.
So it's
Look,
just some
I'm
of the
their
shit.
lawyers. Yeah, nigga.
So it's just some of the shit these brands, like a pull of okie doke, if you don't have the right representation, even with the right representation, some of the things that you don't know is that some of these motherfuckers are in bed together.
Oh, I know.
So that'd be the fucked up part, is that you think you got some representation, but they're part of a company that also represents them, and you just get the short end of the stick.
Ain't nothing to surprise you. Hear me?
So, I think what going some of these ways of a Patreon or a membership site or something like that, where you can have more control over it, is one thing, as well as, so you can have access to the information of the members, right? I think that's the main thing. And regardless if it's Patreon, you having a Facebook group, or like Instagram, right? The fact that you don't own the data of the people that follow you.
Yeah.
So you saying that I got this many followers on my Instagram and the algorithms is only showing 1%, then what the fuck am I doing?
Sure.
So I think that's a big play, and a big thing that, the brands like try to make a big thing about, but it's all a vanity metric. But the main thing is that you need to own that shit.
Yeah.
So, this goes out to anybody. If you don't got an email list, like, you need to start getting one.
Yeah, I agree too.
Because how else can you get in contact with the people who want to support you? So
yes.
So I'm glad for this, and I think that's the only question I really have. I don't know much about Patreon, and I'm doing research on whether or not Black Love Matter is going to go there, or if we're going to do something else with.
Don't worry, we still gonna have some ones for free.
No, but I'm just saying, or like something else for like the Black Love Matter family, because we always been talking about like monetizing, but like my question I always have is like, who owns the member data?
Yeah.
If I want to export a list of emails of the people who've joined in on this thing and they paying me, can I do that?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that I'm always, and concerned about.
Because also those bigger companies are abusive to the data too, right? Like, we'll send the email about, our new stuff dropped. Like, them other companies sell your shit to Popeyes, and then you be craving it.
They have. Yep. So I think that's crazy, but I think it's a good move. And he said he's on the side of creator.
I mean,
so it's interesting to see that.
I mean, to be any head of any executive, you've drank the Kool-Aid a little bit, but I do think Joe Budden is at least a little bit more connected, and also he's been fucked over enough by corporate to at least recognize some of the red flags.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, me too.
And also he got his whole crew with him too.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be some accountability there.
And I think that's the main thing, right? So I'm excited.
I'm happy for any Black people getting any executive.
I look forward to seeing, what comes from this. I'm just excited. I'm just excited for it. Yeah, you want to hop into some pillow talk?
Yeah, let's do some pillow talk. I know it's Shout Out Friday, so we'll keep it a little short. But what I wanted to talk about, y'all see the student loan debt forgiveness, I should say.
Tell us more.
So, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Massachusetts Senator, our girl, Elizabeth Warren. I almost said something really toxic, but I didn't.
Oh, I think I know what you was going to say.
It's still the remnants from the previous administration.
Yes.
Once again, y'all know they done been calling them since day one. People been looking for their $2,000 stimmy that they done cut.
Where is my stimmy?
They done cut to $1,400 and all this. But they called on Joe, we did it, Joe, to use his executive authority to cancel student loan debt yesterday.
Indefinitely? Like, in perpetuity?
Period. Like, they didn't be like, hey, we're thinking about this plan. What you think? Can you get on board? Can you speak the praises? They was like, hey, Joe, I know you're probably busy, like, trying to get COVID under control, but could you just go ahead and sign this paper? Oh, what it say? That we just gonna cancel student loan debt.
I'm with it.
And then he said, that's cute.
It's false.
That's what you said. He said no. But he said he wanted the Congress to act first, right? So the president, to give him a little bit of credit, the president has and continues to support the canceling of $10,000 of federal student loan debt per person as a response to the COVID crisis. Our press secretary, my girl Jen, said that she added that the president is calling on Congress to draft a proposal and look forward to signing it.
It's false.
No, it's not false. So he basically talked to my girl Jen. Jen was like, yeah, why don't you niggas go to work, do some jobs. I'm sorry, do your job. Come back with the paper. I'll sign out real quick. Then also Jen reminded us, as one of his first acts in Congress, in office, Biden also extended the pause on student loans, payments, and interest. Again, a part of the COVID release until October 1st. But here we go with the but. Some Democratic lawmakers are hoping for more. Schumer and Warren, along with my girl,
Ayanna Pressley.
yes. How you know I was talking about her? Thank you. It led with dozens of other Democrats and reintroducing this resolution yesterday that actually called for Biden to be like, all right, you won't cancel all of it? How about you do $50K per borrower? I said, oh. And they argue it's something that he can do because he has the executive power to do it. So I wanted to bring this to y'all to see what y'all thinking about it.
Cut the stimmy.
They went from all of it. President Joe was like, I'm willing to forgive 10, just write the paper, I'll sign it. Then they was like, we'll counter with 50. I said,
he said, let's split the difference, 75,000.
why you keep going the wrong way? But look, now I'm the president. What the hell are you talking
Let's
about?
split the difference, 75K, all student loan debt forgiveness. Let's get everybody a free, not free, but like a reset. We need a reset.
That would
this piece.
jumpstart a hell of an economy.
Hell
if you
yeah.
jumpstart. Not only just for the money you would save from not paying it, but I think the access then to like buy property and get
Yes.
approved for loans and
Yes.
business loans and
And
like,
all types of other shit.
or just even having an extra anywhere between $30 to some people $1,000
Yes.
a month for it. Something does need to give. This feels like a twofold problem to me, but yeah, we gonna get that 10,000. Y'all listen. The Lord whispers where he yelled. Joe Biden told you what he approving. He said 10,000. I'll approve it today under the COVID bill. They said everything. He said, I said once again 10,000, and then they came back with 50,000.
Yeah.
What you think?
Bullshit. He need to go ahead and pass it. It's a lot of millennials who've.
And this is only federal, y'all. So that private shit don't count.
Ooh.
And niggas is something else. And when I mean niggas, I mean all rainbow colors of niggas, not black niggas, like just niggas. People were like, 50,000 is okay, but some of us got like $250,000 worth of it. So why don't we just do a percentage? What?
No.
What world did that? What?
What does no?
So not only I paused when I read that comment, then I was like, what the fuck you go to school for? And I checked, they ain't no doctor or lawyer.
Underwater basket weaving.
Sister, what the fuck you spend $250,000 at school for? That you ain't calculate the ROI on that.
Niggas was living off of their student loans.
But $250,000 is a lot of living for niggas who used to make it on 10,000.
Listen here, from 2004 to when Obama got elected, 2008, those 4 years was a long time.
I still don't believe that's $250,000 worth.
Well, if they taking out 50 a year for what's the name? Yeah, that's pretty close.
Why are you taking out on top? Are you talking including tuition? What?
Yes.
No.
Including tuition, you taking out additional like 50,000 so you can live. Niggas was doing that.
And then also in the comments, people was
They
like,
tried to get me to do it.
yeah, that's true. Also in the comments, niggas was like, oh, can we get private too? You can't make no private company. That ain't how. Look, now I'm a Republican. You can't make a private company be like, no, we ain't gonna do it. I ain't saying that we shouldn't, but I don't think it worked that way.
Let me tell you, them government student loans, you cannot get away from the motherfuckers. You can still go, you can go bankrupt and them bitches still gonna follow you.
Is that for federal and private, or is it just for federal?
Federal.
Loans? Private loans, if you do bankrupt, it go away.
Yeah.
Child, I mean, I think something does need to come from this. Like I told y'all, honestly, I do think something's gonna happen. Do I think all of it's gonna be forgiven? No. Do I even think 50,000 gonna be forgiven? Nah. But I think we might be able to get this 10K. But you know what? That 10K gonna come with some strings. You hear me?
It is.
It's gonna come with the COVID vaccine. It's gonna come with, have you at least made a payment? Like, it's gonna come with some strings. I have no idea what the strings gonna look like, but it's gonna come with a string. But it's a step in the right direction.
They need to go on ahead and keep pushing for 75K. I think 75K is a nice little round number.
I bet it is. I bet it is a round number. You know something else that I'm thinking about?
What?
Like, even if they don't play nice with this, like, I'm all about root causes. The root cause isn't the federal loans of it. It's why is college so expensive to go to? Mm-hmm. Right? How do we fix that? Because even if we forgive this, are we going to cultivate another generation of people who are going to get back up to it? Maybe not in the next 10 years, but about 50 years, we're going to be right back in the same situation. Mm-hmm. Because colleges and stuff are still going up. So how do we balance the cost of attendance at college to make that more accessible? Like, I would love for that to be a policy that comes around. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna take y'all money. I know folks need this, including folks in my household. Y'all know I don't got no student loan debt, near them do. So we'll take anything the $5, whatever they gonna pay. Thank you. It should be more, but cool. But the root of it is the exorbitant cost. The how much it costs to go to college. That is the problem.
Our education system is fucked.
Yes, like that needs to be the root, right? Instead of Schumer and all them, it's Black History Month, dibble dabbling. I think the bigger goal is how do we rethink and restructure our education system.
Yeah.
That would have generational impact.
But I think they don't want that though, because in
all school, I'm talking about K through all the way up through higher ed and technical, like technical schools and trainings. And there should be like, I don't know, is there Pell Grants where you can go get like a HVAC license? Is there Pell Grants where you can go get your barber license? Like trades, like all these things need to be accessible. I don't know if there already exists, but I feel like it don't. And if it do, it's only $10. Like it just feels like it needs to be a complete overhaul in the way in which we interface with higher education. I don't know. What you think?
No, I agree. I think when it comes to America, our higher education is trash.
Because it can't just keep going up, right? Like what you gonna do? How is higher ed gonna continue to go up like this? And niggas barely want to pay people $15 minimum wage. Like how is it ever going to be accessible? And people the people who be getting mad about the people who making $15 an hour are people making $40,000. You barely.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's the thing, right? Is that like people go and spend all this money to get an education and they can't get nothing, and now they relegated to this $15 an hour.
They ain't even giving them that, barely.
Yeah. And then most of the time, the motherfucking jobs require your ass to have a
4-year degree.
A 4-year degree. So
within
you still
the field.
stuck like Chuck.
Within the field.
Which is crazy. What you mean? I gotta have a 4-year degree to be a manager at McDonald's?
In food and beverage. I gotta have a bachelor's degree in food and beverage? You're out of here, McDonald's. You can train this up.
Exactly.
So, yes, I do think some type of loan forgiveness is going to happen. Do I think it's going to be the Mats? Nah. But I would really love them to talk about like education overhaul.
Yeah. Well, since we got old girl out.
Betsy DeVos literally didn't do a thing.
She didn't do a goddamn thing.
Except shoot down when they asked for $10,000 loan forgiveness. Because they did the same thing when they were creating the plan when Trump was in office. And she like literally stepped in and was like, hell to the no, to the no.
Do Biden have his head of education yet?
Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that. I'm sure he does. I haven't looked into who it is.
Or is that, have they been sworn in yet?
Oh, no, I don't know if they've been sworn in. I'm sure the person's been selected and is being vetted, but I'm not sure if they've been sworn in. You're right, because you're not hearing anything from them. Mm-mm. Maybe they're not sworn in yet. And I recommend they don't say nothing till they're sworn in.
Or is Bill doing it?
Who is Bill?
Not Bill, Jill.
Ooh, listen, I wouldn't be against the Dr. Jill Biden being head of education. Y'all ain't getting that $50K. She got to go to bed at night.
Biden picks former teacher.
Oh, teacher of the year? Who's the person?
Miguel Cardona. Is that what it is?
When was he sworn in?
I don't know. I'm checking to see now.
Recently? Well, it got to be. Oh, yeah. January
28th.
Literally last week. And they just presented this yesterday. Okay. I'm sure he's going to be saying something soon.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I can't imagine him not being for it. I can't imagine him being like, no. Who needs relief on student loan debt? So I'm sure he's going to say yes. I'm hoping there's just some strategy behind on when to pull what lever, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. Overall, final thoughts, Nero?
$75K or all of it.
Listen, even if they give y'all this little $10,000, make sure you still gonna have to end up paying this.
Yeah, you're gonna pay it with higher tax, and you know what? I'll pay a little bit higher tax. Why not?
Yeah, I pay higher taxes
regardless. Yeah. So like, cool.
But I don't think it gotta be. Like we really found some money somewhere in between the sofa couches. Think about how much we spent this year, like on even the piss poor response to COVID relief.
Well, that's the government though. Like that's how inflation works. So if they continue to print money, our dollars is going to be invaluable.
Okay, I ain't gonna start that argument with you, but yeah,
it's all fake. I
ain't gonna start.
Like it's all made up.
I hear you.
But if they continue to print more money, like quote unquote, the dollar would be less value, and of course the government. That's why we went away from the gold standard, because the government will ensure that, but still.
I don't have time for witchcraft. Right?
It's a play that the white man made up.
Yeah, I don't have time for
It's
Polynesian.
definitely a scheme.
I don't have time for the witchcraft right now. That's good. The other thing is, before we get into what I call Shout Out Friday, I lost train of thought. Y'all see that? Oh, Lord, I got to take my Malik Yoba.
Yo, what?
Remember you said that last episode?
Oh yeah.
You're talking about, yeah, I've been a little fuzzy lately. I'm taking some Malik Yoba. I said, the actor? I said,
It's Ginkgo something. Ginkgo Yoba or something shit like that.
I'm gonna take some Malik Yoba. I said, niggas can patch. What is that, African American vernacular? Is that what they call it?
Yes, African American vernacular.
Is that what is the Malika Loba?
Yes, the Malik Yoba.
But anyway, before I get out of here, I just want to do some highlighting of the 13 Days of Black Love. I am so happy, and it fills my soul and my spirit up, y'all, when we see y'all like interacting, sharing, submitting businesses. So what we want to do is kind of spend this time to go through the first 4 days. It'll be 5 by the time you listen, but we'll pick up on the 5 when we come back of the stuff we talked about. So day 1, it was to text someone and tell them why you are so grateful for them, Niram. Did you text anyone, or do you have anyone in mind who that would be?
Yeah.
Who? Or what would it be about, if you're comfortable?
I'll text you, baby, and tell you what I'm grateful for you.
Niram would not gaslight me.
What?
I actually did it for my cousins. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of my cousins, and sometimes they're active, sometimes they're not, and it's been a minute since we've kind of like engaged with each other. So like the whole day I just was sending them kind of funny memes and stuff, and just telling them I like literally just saying, I love y'all, and like we say we love each other to each other, but like just explicitly saying it, and it did warm my heart when you see the heart emojis and we going back and forth. So that's something that truly brought me joy. Then day 2, it was support a Black business. Oh my goodness, y'all, it was so many Black businesses up there that were highlighted. That absolutely brought me all the joy. Is there one business, Niram, that was highlighted, or one Black business that you want to highlight that you really like?
Black Love Matters podcast.
Oh, thank you. What do we sell?
We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got coffee mugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for putting so much effort. Mine is Fancy Success First. So I think that's actually going to be our shout out Friday, Black Business Friday. Multiple reasons. Y'all know it's Black History Month, and I've been talking about this idea of just normalizing luxury. And what Fancy Success does, she specialized in furs, in custom furs, not just the old little furs you can catch down to the store with the white folks, and it's boring and it's just a black sable. Don't get me wrong, she got a black sable, but she got them old nasty cut, right? Like it reminded me of the furs. It was actually an article, and I forgot, maybe the Atlantic, where they talked about a ritual or tradition that's not often talked about in the Black community, and is the ritual of passing down furs. And I'm like, that is so true. Like, my mother has a fur that belonged to her mother, and like on both sides of the family. And I even remind my mom, I'm like, yeah, you can get my fur too. And I'm like, it is something about having a vintage fur. And that is very Detroit. That is very Midwest, very Southern, very Black. So I love it. And like, when was the last time you seen like a Black woman being a fur distributor? Like, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's been
and it's just something that just fills me up with joy. And also the idea of normalizing Black luxury. We can like nice things.
We can.
So y'all be on the lookout for Instagram. We'll be sure to highlight her and her business for that. And that's just something that makes me have joy. Next, it was write a love or encouragement letter to someone. Got anybody in mind, Niram, or did you do anything?
I didn't write an encouragement letter, but I had an encouraging conversation with a friend.
Oh, okay. How did it go? As much as you can share.
It went pretty well. This friend had called me, and they was like, "Yo, I'm just struggling with this brand. I don't know what to do. Yada yada yada." And I had to hit them with the encouragement, like, "Yo, you know your worth, and
Come on.
If you have to step away from the brand, like step away the brand." And go ahead and do your own thing. And this is why we should be able to. This is why we should always focus on doing our stuff first. So just going back to them and say, hey, you the shit. And it may seem like you're going through some shit with this brand, but guess what? There's all types of other brands out there, and you got your own brand as well. So that's what I did.
Mine was more of an encouragement. One of my colleagues is a Black woman. It was her birthday not too long ago, and she's just been going through it. Like, she lost her father, and Some of the work she's working on is very Glass Cliffy. Y'all know what the Glass Cliff is? Cubicle Warriors. So for the Cubicle Warriors and the non-Cubicle Warriors, Glass Cliffs are projects usually women or folks of color are assigned to that you know is destined to fail. Like there is no way for it to land and it be a win. Like there is, and we're in an environment enough where like failure's encouraged as long as you do it quickly. Because there's some stuff where honestly, I don't even know if it's a scheme that Todd set up because we just don't know what the outcome gonna be. Like it's one of them things where we literally shooting our shot. And I just wanted to like encourage her to be like, whatever you do, you gonna do it. It's gonna be great. We Black women, like channel yourself. And even more than that, I was like, you ain't gonna be on that cliff alone. Once you present this, I'm gonna co-sign it and be like, it's the next thing best to slice bread. So if it crash and burn, guess what? We're gonna crash and burn together. And you don't gotta hold it all by yourself too, right? Like, so we were laughing and kikiing about it, but we don't often talk about like how sometimes our peers and colleagues at work need the encouragement, especially when we encounter that glass cliff where it's just like, oh, it gotta get done, but there is no way that this is gonna end in the point that anyone, like both parties going to be happy.
It's not going to end up with anything good.
Yeah, like it's going to beget another problem, but we have to do it to move forward. Like it's one of those projects. Like we're going to have to make a decision, create a plan, implement the plan. And we're really not going to know what's going to happen till we're in the shit. And especially being in tech, there's a lot of perfectionism and why haven't you thought about all the things? Do you know? And we all know perfectionism isn't real. Like it's the enemy. Like, so all that stuff. So we really just had like a nice, like I wrote her that, right. In text and just was trying to speak life. And then we had a deeper conversation about it. Right. Just so she won't get so down on herself. Like we're doing the best that we can do. And then lastly, doing an act of kindness. I actually haven't done this yet. Maybe if I go to the chicken store, I can buy it for somebody behind me. Oh. I need to think of a random act of kindness. What about you? Have you done one? Are you thinking about one?
I haven't.
I
need to do one.
Because I don't really leave the house.
I don't.
Maybe what I'll do is look at my friend's Cash App and
just
send $10.
Yeah. Because my friend posted something on Instagram and said, yo, it's Black History. And I know I got a lot of white followers. So Black people, put your Cash App and your Venmo in there, and white people send them something. So I might go through and pick a name and send somebody something.
Randomly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So y'all too. Y'all can email us. You can call us. Let us know how your 13 days of Black love is going. We want to hear some stories. Want to hear some good highlights. We getting into Shout Out Friday now?
Yes, Shout Out Friday.
Do you use that at work?
Yes, I do. So much so that now they talk like, yes, Nero, we should do this. And then it'd be like quotations, air horns.
Do you do it? Do they wait for it now?
No, it'd be like in Slack. So you can't like.
Oh, I thought you meant in the meeting. I thought you meant like in the meeting they'll say.
So like now, like in the email, they were like, "Yes, Niram, I agree." Air horns.
You and do then that yada. Which ones do you use? I hope you don't do the scheme that Todd said.
No, I don't do that. I do the hand claps. And I do the air horn.
One day you gonna slip and do the where the money reside.
Where the money reside?
Is that what you?
Where the money reside? Where the money.
You know what? We got a team meeting at work tomorrow. We got an all hands. So whenever my boss say something fucked up, I'm be like,
"It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time."
So, but they end, you know.
I mean, it would surprise me if I was on the other end.
You know, I'm one of the only black, well, one of the few blacks on the team. So now
you can no longer have that award, Nero.
I know, but I'm saying that
don't wear it like a badge of.
Can I finish? Oh. What I'm saying is that they be these white folks be so excited to hear the air horns now.
They love a air horn. Though.
They be like, "Yes, Niram," and it's like, "Yes, Niram," and or they'll say something, say, "Niram, hand claps, hand claps, hand claps, Niram." And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you know, like I said,
do you have like music connected? Like, do you be doing y'all be doing whole ass parties? Like, no. What's happening here?
I just hit one of those.
That's so funny.
And they're like, air horns. So now whenever we're we're talking to each other in Slack, that's how they'll be like, yeah, you know, Niram did a great job, or yeah, Molly did a great thing, and then like in parentheses, you be like air horns or like sounds, Niram's air horns,
y'all
and then go from there.
Millennials.
And so
this is COVID.
So that's what's going on, and I'm just gonna keep doing shit like whenever. I told you I don't care. I got this mixer. I be sitting here with this fucking computer working. I just be pressing these shits. I don't even give a fuck.
I enjoy where you can. I know I tease you, but we can forgive you.
So we got some stuff from Apple Podcasts, and I already told y'all how to find that and go ahead and leave that review.
Yep.
So if you haven't if you haven't did it yet,
I know
or left one,
okay.
Yeah, lit it. It was left and did it together.
Y'all know we from the Midwest. The words.
So if you haven't left one yet, I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm in your ears, and I'm talking to you.
Yep.
All right, so we got one from. It says Charlemagne called it from JT73. It says see the guy. Make sure to say Kelvin, not Kevin.
Oh, his name is Kelvin.
Yes.
Wait, with an L?
Yes, Kelvin, not Kevin.
Who is Kevin?
Got ran up on plenty of times by rappers while he worked for Wendy. She said he was a real life sucker. Anyway, love y'all show. Listening from Detroit, where the porches ain't safe.
Porches ain't safe. I ain't know they ran up on Kelvin. Kevin? What's his name? Or is it a pronunciation thing? You know
I
how
don't
sometimes, back in the day, they would name you something and the name won't be phonetic.
Let's see. We gonna check.
I don't want to call that man the wrong. Oh, it is. It is Wait, Kelvin?
I don't know.
Kevin? K Hunter. I don't want to disrespect that man, but they say they done ran up on him.
Yeah.
But I ain't up. I mean, Charlamagne got to be careful because people.
Charlamagne said people ran up on him before.
Plenty of times.
Yeah, it's video proof on YouTube.
I don't want to go back to that time. He's an executive just like Joe Budden now. Mm-hmm.
We got another one that says, I did what you said from, what did I say? Ozenson. Mm-hmm. And it says, I love you guys. You have me dying over here in Portland, Oregon. Yes, there are some black folks here. Thanks for keeping my COVID life entertaining, loving, and fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, we got an email. It said, subject is, I love both of your blackness. It says, I listen to you every time a new podcast comes out. Nyambi speaks the truth every time. Fire emoji. I give you 10 stars. I look forward to hearing the next episode. Hey. Shout out to Tony. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it.
Especially, I don't know, like we don't hit this COVID wall. It's been so helpful to just get y'all words of encouragement.
Yes, because let me tell y'all, it be times where we just want to like,
do we do it? We don't got no reason.
Look,
plenty of time. 2:00, plenty of time.
Look, don't want to do it. Look, cancel it all.
Then we start engaging with y'all up on the social media. Mm-hmm. We start reading y'all. We was like, let's get up on here.
It's like, damn.
Go check up on our people, see how they doing.
What would Red Baron do?
Hear me, hold the line.
Look, what would Red Baron do or Shan do if we ain't hit them with a podcast?
Yeah, that's what I said. They working hard, doing all this. At least we can do.
Yeah, so voicemails.
Ooh, how many we got?
We got a couple.
Ooh, you know I love a good voicemail.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm. Hey y'all, it's Nigel.
Hey.
On a little check-in. I had to stop the podcast for today because y'all had started talking about this Denzel movie, and I'm scratching my head. I'm very confused. I don't understand the concept.
It's cool. We're all scratching our head.
But it's Denzel, so we gotta put respect.
So what happened was I started watching it, and then I fell asleep, and I was like, no, this is a Denzel movie, so it must be me. The problem is with it me. So I decided to rewatch it. Started over, just rewatch it. And I got through it, and I was still like,
it ain't do it for you, did it?
Girl, I am never gonna get this time back. Like, what?
It ain't do it for me
I don't know.
either.
Like, it just was underwhelming. I really still don't understand.
It didn't do it. It just didn't do it, right?
Yeah, it didn't do it. Did she call back?
And I couldn't even put my finger on why it didn't do it. I mean, it's Denzel. He gave us some signature Denzel looks and stares and one-liners, but the whole movie, and it was a lot of heavy hitters in it.
It was.
For it to be that kind of lackluster.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the next voice.
Because I like, what's it called? Rami Malek?
Yeah.
Is that his name? And then
Mr.
Jared,
Robot?
Yeah, and Jared Leto. I like him too.
Yeah. They were fire.
Hey, West Coast family. This is Dee calling from Texas.
What's up,
Dee?
Dee?
Event. I'm going to probably end up calling y'all twice. But anyway, this question really is, well, it's for both y'all. Y'all were talking about exit strategies and plans and making exits.
You got one?
So I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and she is over it.
Yeah.
My question, of course, and my concern for both of y'all, but mostly Nyambi, because you were in higher ed. Mm-hmm. What is it with black women and other black women and not just like helping them.
Just helping, yeah.
They use all kind of manipulation and mental and emotional things, and they get good people leaving our campuses. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So if y'all could elaborate, and I hope I catch the episode when y'all talk about it, I greatly appreciate it. But I just feel so bad for my coworker because she don't deserve any of this from another black woman.
Nah.
She told old girl, I don't want your job. I don't want to be a VP.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know what it is. Certain black women just, they manipulate, they lie, they bully. They get a few dollars and a few letters behind the name. I just don't know. So I haven't got cut off yet, but if I did, I'll try to call y'all back. Okay.
Didn't. I mean, that's a hard one. I try to it's not all black women, but it is definitely a subset. Like, I think we talked about performative sisterhood and showing up, but I think it goes back to the concept of all skin folk and kinfolk. And I think it goes to the gap in the way we show up generationally too. Because I think sometimes when folks are in that situation, they had to lie, cheat, steal, rape, pillage, or show up using white dominant norms that it's almost the only way they know how to move. You know the old saying, y'all probably heard us say it before, it hurts so bad, it hurts so good. Mm-hmm. Where you've constantly been so abused yourself that you think that's the only way to show up to other people to assert your dominance. It also goes to the theory of Pablo Fieri. I'm sorry, I probably slaughtered that. That the oppressed becomes the oppressor. And I think especially in higher ed, where hierarchy is real, where bureaucracy is real, sometimes black women in power show up as white men.
Ooh.
And what do white men do? Right? In the white dominant culture, the first folks who are let go, who are blamed, or even when people mess up, who are punished, right? Black women get the highest severity. So a lot of times I think it's almost a learned modeling behavior of the things they had to do to get to the space that they're in. That honestly, a portion of them I think do it, don't even realize they're doing it. I think a portion of them don't think they're doing it. They think they're helping people. They think they're doing the right thing. The other folks, I think they know exactly what the fuck they're doing too. So I tell your friend, don't be discouraged. The way I always try to even lift up my peers or the folks that's coming underneath me is that I'm trying to cultivate, nurture, grow, develop, and create multipliers so we can move that kind of old way, that old frame of thought out. Because that's the only way that, there's going to be changes in the system. But, I try to just have empathy for sisters like that because it's across the board. It's black men, white, they all do it. But I do think as a black woman, it does hurt that much more when you're in positions and you see a black woman not even trying for you, right? And I don't even think it's a thing about going above and beyond, but it is something about when black women show up as straight white males in corporate settings that comes off. I mean, it's basically the tenets of white supremacy. It is continuing that on. Don't get me wrong, if sis ain't doing her job, of course you got to move on and do it, but there is a way to still do all that with compassion.
It is.
It is. I don't care what anyone say. I've never been one of those people who's even in the school of rock where I used to get feedback. People be like, you be doing too much for folks. I be trying to give black people the heads up and then they go around and they done messed the thing up, right? And they done did it. And I always knew that was in the back of my head, but I always tried to push through that because, again, it even goes back to normalizing black luxury. We don't even normalize that black people can mess up and still be human and be forgiven and move forward because it happens all the time with white people. You don't think white people hire other white people or white people are low performers and they're not even given chance after chance or fired and found something new. I just want to give the same opportunity to black people and just the same grace and compassion, and that's something that has to be modeled too. But yeah, I'm so sorry about that. What you think about that, Neil?
No, I ditto to everything that you said. I think, as a black man, I can't tell you about the plight of a black woman, but yeah, I support everything you said.
Yeah, but have you been in situations where, have you ever had a black man as your boss?
No.
Or or you ever had a black person in a place of power? Maybe you're at your boss, or place of power.
No.
And they've kind of fucked you over.
Nope.
I don't have many situations, but I don't have any situations where it has happened to me. I have had situations where I've seen it though. Like I have like, oh, this Negro tried it, right? Like, and we ain't even talk about the people like, is you a sellout? Like, this is not that conversation. Just because you go corporate or you're a VP, you're a dean, that don't mean you're a sellout. But I do think you're a sellout if you take that place at the table and you don't stand your fucking ground. Like you are. And I have been in situations where I've been on tables with people of power, black people of power with more power than me, ain't say shit. They could have been like, we about to sharecrop all these niggas in here. They'd be like,
Oh, okay.
they're like, sharecropping? Drake?
A scheme. That Todd set up a scheme.
So I think the way that we combat that is when we see our brothers and sisters fall, surround ourselves around them, love them up, build them up, get them connected to go to our next spot, all while holding ourselves accountable to nurture, cultivate, and multiply and to get into positions of power. Like that is the way you combat and fight that all the time. Sis tried it though. Sometimes sis be trying it. They be trying it in that corporate setting, honey. Especially if you get the old school. Like I know a few of them money. You be like, listen. And then you know the messed up thing, they been and got rid of their old ass. and they didn't actually it's not a if, it's a when.
Yeah.
Because it happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Next voicemail.
So you gotta have your own.
You gotta have your own. You gotta hold your own.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys.
Hey.
I've written in a few times before, but I've never called. But I was listening to episode 371, I think it is. I'm one behind. And I had to pause it.
Why?
Because fuck J. Edgar Hoover with his cross-dressing gay ass. That's why he hired all them frat boys, because he wanted them. I don't know if y'all ever watched the documentary or biopic about him. Oh, but he was a serious cross-dresser and Fruity Loop. Forget him. He can die with his plot against Martin Luther King. But I'm going to get back to it. I just wanted to say that this is Shonda. I know I've read it a couple times, but I love y'all show. Thank you.
Thank you,
J.
Shonda.
Edgar Hoover stays trying it, right? And he's another one who just living your truth, sweetheart. Like literally just living your truth. I almost said something else. I was like, and also I think sometimes folks, like even when they bring it up and they talk about like,
Calling me.
Oh, look at this. So you don't make me lose my damn train of thought. Because I was gonna talk about like even the shit J. Edgar Hoover did. I don't care he cross-dressed. I don't care who's loving and screwing. I don't care about any of that. But don't get me going. Let me stop. Who called Near? We invited him to the podcast?
I should, but no, he probably gonna say my narrow name.
Ain't no edits.
Ain't no edits.
Give you the phone number, the address, all the above.
He be like, hey, bro.
We actually should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. What's the next one?
That's it. That's all we got.
Perfect. But no, you're right. J. Edgar Hoover be trying it. Knowing he trying to expose other people that he wouldn't even live in his own damn truth.
Right.
But yeah, close us on out now.
Yes. To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's Black with no K. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We got that voicemail. We got that and we got that SoundCloud. That voicemail is at 508-784-1111. Once again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.
Just make up your own ending. What was that?
I know I kind of fucked it up, but
Keep you lifted.
it's
All right,
okay.
love y'all.
Bye.